In this video, I want to talk about the 6 common problems men often face preventing themselves from being leaders at home and at work. As a man, I believe each of us were called to be leaders in our home and in the workplace. Home and work is where we spend 90% of our time day to day, and therefore developing the capacity to lead and lead well is critical, not only for our need to contribute, but also to make a difference in the lives and well-being of others. Number 1 is clarity. Clarity is so important. Why? Because without clarity, you can't pinpoint your destination. Clarity is like your internal GPS. It's important to have a sense of who you are and what you want to accomplish and where you want to go with your passions, your ideas, your thoughts on a day-to-day basis. Clarity allows you to see your future although you are living in the present. It allows you to begin looking at your life in a way which you can foresee the results of your planning ahead of time. Clarity is the piece that every man needs in his life. Clarity is vision for your life. Clarity for your business. Clarity in your decision making. Clarity in choosing a vocation or changing a job. Clarity in choosing a spouse. Clarity in making large purchases. Whatever it may be, clarity is a must in your life. I work with many individuals and organizations that lack this attribute or understanding in their personal or organizational mission. And the advice I give them is simply this. It's that it is extremely difficult to accomplish anything unless you know what you want and you have a plan on how you are going to achieve it. It's like the old adage that says, aim at nothing and you will hit it every time. You don't want your life to be a fluttering existence or live life without purpose, without a reason, without clarity. So therefore, be clear about what you want to accomplish and make strategic moves to get there. Problem number 2 is all about strategy. You must have a strategy for your life. If you run a business, you must have a strategy for your business, right? I don't know why as men we think that we shouldn't have a strategy for our own lives, but we should. A strategy keeps you focused and it allows you to create a plan of action for your life. You see, most men tend to focus on the long-term goals rather than the short-term goals, but it's the daily commitment and attention to detail that wins out all the time. It's the one step at a time approach that works best in reaching both short-term and long-term goals. Creating a strategy and sitting with it for a while also gives you the opportunity to test your ideas, which will give you the flexibility to make adjustments in your plan and allows you to carefully make adjustments and changes as necessary and to be confident in doing so. So what can you do to strategize the next big thing in your life? What is it that you want to accomplish and how are you going to accomplish it? You need to have a strategy. You see, as a basketball and football coach, I work with strategy all the time. I know my lineup, I know the skill set and talent of each individual on my team, and ultimately it brings the team together, okay? And I must put players in situations where they can thrive, where they can succeed, and as a team, we can ultimately win. Shouldn't we apply these same principles and applications and strategies in our own personal life? Don't you want to win in life? Isn't it important to see and know exactly what you need to do in order to have a positive outcome in your life? You see, strategy makes all the difference and it's important for you to understand this, especially you young men, okay? Because I want you to have success. Strategy is so important. Problem number 3 is all about permission. This is important to understand. We need to be able to give ourselves permission to do the things we know we are gifted to do and purpose to do. Think about this. How many of us men are doing things in our life and career we're not gifted to do, don't have the aptitude for, or doesn't bring a level of personal satisfaction or fulfillment, but instead we are doing things that someone else told us to do? You see, you need to give yourself permission to do your thing. I know personally for me and for many years, I believed that I needed someone else to give me permission or approve my gifts and talents and validate what I should pursue for my career and my life. That didn't make sense, right? You see, for me, my desire was to design, to speak, to coach, to teach. Hear me on this, okay? Whatever gift you've been blessed with, this is the gift you should be using. It wasn't until after hitting my head on the wall a few times that I finally realized I didn't need someone to tell me or authenticate the gifts and talents that I have. I should know this myself by recognizing my own skills and testing my own abilities. So why is it that we give other people permission or jurisdiction over our life? Why do we give people permission to tell us where we belong and what we do best? It's because we don't know ourselves. Truly, we haven't taken the time to self-reflect or carve out personal growth time to examine our own life. I don't think people necessarily know what's best for us. They may be able to judge our performance, but deep down within us, we know what we are supposed to be doing. Give yourself permission to become great. Give yourself permission to make amazing things happen in your life and in the lives of others. Give yourself permission to think big. Come outside of your comfort zone. Give yourself permission to grow into the awesome young man and adult man of greatness. Become a person of influence, a person of leadership that you know that you can become and that you will become. Why? Because you are great. You have a purpose for your life. Give yourself permission today, tomorrow, for the rest of your life to make a difference and begin taking action on it immediately. Don't wait. Make it happen for your life. You get one chance at this, guys, okay? You expressing the best you is what the world needs, and we need it now. We don't need any more copycats, no more duplicates or factory junkies that look the same, think the same, and perform the same. Give yourself permission. Problem number 4 is all about fear. Fear is a huge problem, okay? You and I live in a world where fear is present every day, and we must find a way to deal with it. Fear cripples the world. Fear has crippled you, my man, from accomplishing your goals. Whatever they may be, big or small, fear has a stronghold on your life. But I'm telling you, no more. Tackle fear to the ground. If it's fear of failure, acknowledge it and understand where it comes from, but also understand that failure, okay, hear me out. Failure is a part of the process that is needed for you to accomplish the greatness that lives inside you. Hands down. For most men, without fear, what is going to propel you to move forward and make change? It's so hard for not just men, for women, for people in general to make change. For many of us men, fear is a roadblock between success and failure. I once heard a unique acronym of the word fear, which said, fear is false evidence appearing real. Wow, how powerful is that? You know what's even more powerful? Faith. Faith is the opposite of fear. Faith is confidence that what you hope for will come to pass. It's the assurance and belief in someone or something, even though it's not tangible now. In short, faith is belief developed and nurtured in your mind, okay, and in your heart, your mind and your heart. You see, some men are also afraid of success. They are fearful of success because they don't have a plan or a strategy to manage their success or build upon their successes, and therefore decide to play it safe and not pursue life with a clear understanding, a clear level of understanding and responsibility and ownership of their purpose. How many men do you know who have accumulated great wealth and have affluence in their life, but end up losing it all because they don't know how to deal with their success? From this point forward, I want you to deal with fear in the most powerful way possible. How do you do that? Here's the secret. Okay, ready? You do it anyway. You face fear head on. You move forward in the midst of fear. You do it by being strong and courageous. Joshua 1:9 says, "This is my command, be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or discouraged, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go." Wow, that's powerful. Sounds like we have a guarantee, guys, that God is with us. And understand this, when you are being obedient to what God has commissioned you to do, He will see fit that what you put your hands to, okay, becomes successful. That's powerful, guys, okay? So do you want to know what my fear is? Here's my fear. Let me tell you what my fear is, okay? And this is the truth. Do you want to know what I'm afraid of? Here is what I'm most afraid of. I'm afraid of not reaching my potential. I'm afraid of not using all my God-given gifts that I have. I'm afraid of not experiencing life to the fullest. I'm afraid of settling for less. I'm afraid of not having enough vision and faith in my own life to pursue what God has already put in my heart. I'm afraid of dreams unfulfilled. What are you afraid of, my man? What are you afraid of? Problem number 5 is all about focus. You must have focus. You must have laser beam focus. You see, when an eagle comes down and scopes out its next meal miles and miles away, side distractions are eliminated and its commitment to capture its meal for himself or for his eaglets become priority, okay? Prioritization is critical. To be able to accomplish greatness and fulfill the goals and dreams, you must not allow other areas of your life that are not going to complement or work in tandem to overwhelmingly impede or distract you. It's okay to let the non-important things and non-productive things of your life go. It's okay. It's okay to reprioritize your time and resources. You can't do everything, and you for sure can't be everything to everybody. See, I know the culture of our society expects us to give more and continue to give, but you need focus in the areas of your life that you are gifted in and have vision for. The areas of your life that you know you can tackle, manage, and be effective, and allow other people that you trust to be your support team in your system. See, success is achieved when you have the time to do what you need to do. Okay? Most of the times we have to carve out time and be intentional about it. You gotta carve out that time, guys. I have learned that even though we all have the same 24 hours each day, every and every one of us, it's how we spend our time that makes the difference in our life. Anything ever achieved in this world is because someone had focus. You deserve to achieve something awesome in your life. Your ability to focus is a gift to the world, and you will ever be appreciated for it. The 6th and final problem is commitment. You must be committed daily to the tasks you have. Commitment is not a word that is often used in today's society, and it's very disheartening. But commitment is an excellent and necessary virtue if you ever hope to achieve anything great and purposeful in your life. Commitment is a choice, and it's a daily decision. Commitment requires action, and your ability to be disciplined over all your goals over a period of time is what truly sets you apart from men who speak a good game from men who really have a good game. I want you to have a good game. I encourage you to be the man or be a man who has a great game. Today, I have given you insight into the 6 problem areas preventing men from being leaders at home and at work. If you can just learn how to be competent in these 6 areas, you will catapult your life into another dimension. In closing, I look forward to hearing from you about how this information shared with you in this video has inspired and helped you to take control of your life and to begin dreaming bigger. Thank you.